Welcome to our channel. USA Coin Spot. In this video, I am going to tell you about the half-dollar United States of America, which are valuable and rare. If you have them, you can take advantage of them. Top 1. The 1994 D. Kennedy half-dollar might seem like just another coin in your pocket, but what if I told you that one of these could be worth an astonishing $537,500? Imagine holding a simple half-dollar that turns out to be a hidden treasure, a small piece of history with a value beyond imagination. This is the fascinating story of a coin that collectors dream about, a piece that has captured the attention of numismatists worldwide. But before we get to its mind-blowing value, let's take a deep dive into the journey of this remarkable coin, the history, the design, the mintage, and why this particular half-dollar stands out among millions. It all started in 1964 when the United States Mint introduced the Kennedy half-dollar to honor the beloved President John F. Kennedy, who had been tragically assassinated just months earlier. Designed by Gilroy Roberts and Frank Gasparro, this coin was an instant hit with the public, sparking a frenzy of demand that made it scarce in circulation almost immediately. Over the years, the half-dollar went through changes. Silver content was reduced, the design saw slight modifications, and the way people viewed the coin evolved. By 1994, the Kennedy half-dollar was still being minted, but it had become more of a collector's item than an everyday piece of currency. The 1994 D half-dollar was struck at the Denver Mint, a facility known for producing billions of coins each year. While most of these half-dollars were intended for circulation, a select few were minted under extraordinary conditions, either due to errors, special planchet compositions, or an anomaly during production. This is where the magic happens, where an ordinary coin transforms into a rarity worth a fortune. When you look at the design, the obverse features the striking portrait of John F. Kennedy, created by Gilroy Roberts, with sharp details that symbolize strength and leadership. The words, "Liberty," curve above his head, while, "In God We Trust," and the date, 1994, sit below. The Denver Mint mark, a small D under Kennedy's neck, is the key indicator that this coin was struck in Colorado. On the reverse, designed by Frank Gasparro, the majestic presidential seal dominates the coin, with an eagle grasping arrows and an olive branch encircled by stars and the words, "United States of America," and half-dollar. This design, unchanged for decades, is a symbol of American pride and resilience. Now, what makes a 1994 D. Kennedy half-dollar so special? Most of these coins were produced in large numbers, meaning they were meant for everyday transactions. However, some pieces have emerged with incredible errors or unique features that set them apart. Certain specimens were struck on wrong planchets, giving them an unusual appearance or weight. Others have rare die varieties that collectors hunt for. But the most valuable of them all are those that have been preserved in flawless condition, graded as MS-70 by top certification companies like PCGS or NGC. These perfect condition coins are almost impossible to find, as even the slightest scratch or imperfection lowers their grade and value. Imagine stumbling upon one of these coins in an old coin roll, a forgotten collection, or even your change. The odds might be low, but the possibility exists. That's what makes coin collecting so exciting. You never know when you might hold a hidden gem worth more than a luxury car or even a house. Collectors and investors alike are always on the lookout for these rare Kennedy half-dollars, willing to pay incredible sums to own a piece of numismatic history. And now, the moment you've been waiting for, the jaw-dropping value of the rarest known 1994 D. Kennedy half-dollar. In an astonishing auction, a pristine, flawless specimen of this coin reached a record-breaking price of $537,500. Yes, you heard that right. Over $500,000 for a half-dollar coin. It's a reminder that treasures can be found in the most unexpected places, and the world of coin collecting is filled with surprises waiting to be discovered. top 2. The year 1977 was a fascinating time in American history. It was a period of transition, innovation, and cultural shifts. While the world was captivated by the rise of new technologies and entertainment revolutions, coin collectors and numismatists had their own hidden treasures to uncover, one of them being the 1977 D. Kennedy half-dollar. This seemingly ordinary coin, struck in the Denver Mint, holds a mystique that few other coins from its era can match. Its journey from minting presses to the pockets of everyday Americans and eventually into the hands of passionate collectors is a tale worth exploring, and as we delve deeper, you'll understand why this coin, in its rarest form, has fetched jaw-dropping values at auctions. The Kennedy half-dollar series began in 1964, a year after the tragic assassination of President John F. Kennedy. His legacy was immortalized in this coin, a symbol of national pride and remembrance. The design, created by Gilroy Roberts for the obverse and Frank Gasparo for the reverse, quickly became one of the most recognizable in American coinage. The obverse features the left-facing portrait of Kennedy, exuding a sense of strength and hope, while the reverse proudly displays the presidential seal, an eagle clutching arrows and an olive branch, symbolizing both military readiness and a desire for peace. By 1977, the coin had undergone changes. Originally minted in 90% silver in 1964, the composition had been reduced to a copper-nickel clad starting in 1971 due to rising silver prices. The 1977 D. Kennedy half-dollar followed this trend, made from a core of pure copper sandwiched between layers of copper-nickel. Despite its lower intrinsic metal value compared to its silver predecessors, this coin still carried immense historical significance. The Denver Mint, which produced the 1977 D. half-dollar, had been an integral part of U.S. coin production since its establishment in 1906. Known for its high-quality minting and distinct D Mint mark, coins from this facility often sparked interest among collectors, especially when anomalies and rare varieties surfaced. And indeed, the 1977 D. Kennedy half-dollar had its fair share of interesting characteristics that made certain specimens incredibly valuable. Minting errors are a crucial aspect of numismatics, often turning ordinary coins into sought-after rarities. The 1977 D. half-dollar saw a range of errors, including off-center strikes, double dies, and planchet imperfections. Among these, the most famous was the double die obverse, where Kennedy's profile appeared slightly duplicated, creating a ghostly effect that keen-eyed collectors prized. Another anomaly was the missing mint mark, an incredibly rare occurrence that sent coin enthusiasts on a hunt to find these elusive pieces. Over time, this coin circulated widely, passing through hands, pockets, and cash registers across America. While millions were minted, most endured the inevitable wear and tear of daily transactions, diminishing their collector appeal. However, those few that remained in pristine condition, especially those with unique errors or near-perfect strikes, became treasures of the numismatic world. Grading plays a vital role in determining a coin's value. The Sheldon scale, ranging from poor, P1, to mint state, MS70, provides a standardized way of assessing a coin's condition. Most circulated 1977 D half-dollars fall in the fine, F12, to extremely fine, EF40, range, making them common and affordable for entry-level collectors. However, specimens graded at MS65 or higher, with sharp details and minimal surface imperfections, are significantly rarer and command higher prices. Then comes the factor of demand. Kennedy half-dollars enjoy a dedicated collector base, partly due to their association with an iconic president and partly because of the series' historical significance. The 1977 D, despite not being a silver coin, benefits from this strong demand. Numismatists seek high-grade examples, error varieties, and full luster specimens, making them willing to pay premium prices for the best pieces. But the true highlight of the 1977 D half-dollar's journey lies in the staggering value of an exceptionally rare specimen. While most examples trade for a few dollars, an ultra-rare, flawless condition 1977 D. Kennedy half-dollar has astonished the coin-collecting world with an auction sale price of $607,500. Top 3. The 1974 D. Kennedy half-dollar is more than just a piece of American currency. It's a tangible piece of history, a bridge between past and present, and a potential goldmine for collectors who know what to look for. It's a coin that has passed through countless hands, been part of everyday transactions, and yet, hidden among the millions minted, there exists a rare variety that can command an astounding price in the numismatic world. But before we unveil its jaw-dropping value, let's take a deep dive into the story behind this coin, exploring its origins, its striking design, the minting process, and what makes some of these coins so incredibly valuable today. The Kennedy half-dollar was first introduced in 1964, a tribute to President John F. Kennedy following his tragic assassination in 1963. The public demand for a coin featuring Kennedy's likeness was overwhelming, and the U.S. Mint moved swiftly to honor the fallen president. The half-dollar denomination was chosen, replacing the Franklin half-dollar that had been in circulation since 1948. Designed by Chief Engraver Gilroy Roberts for the obverse and Frank Gasparo for the reverse, the coin was an instant hit. The initial 1964 issue was struck in 90% silver, but rising silver prices led to a change in composition. By 1971, the Kennedy half-dollar was no longer struck in silver for regular circulation, transitioning to a copper-nickel-clad composition. By 1974, the Kennedy half-dollar had firmly established itself in American commerce, though it was not as widely circulated as smaller denominations. The 1974 D version, struck at the Denver Mint, bore the signature D mint mark just below Kennedy's neck on the obverse. The total mintage that year was substantial, with hundreds of millions of these coins entering circulation. Yet, despite the high numbers, not all 1974 D Kennedy half-dollars are created equal. Some display unique errors or variations that set them apart and elevate their value beyond anything most collectors could imagine. Among the most sought-after varieties of the 1974 D Kennedy half-dollar is the double die obverse. This rare error occurs when the design is struck twice slightly off alignment, creating a doubling effect on key details, particularly in the lettering of "In God We Trust" and "Liberty." Coins with this doubling are highly desirable, as errors of this nature are relatively uncommon in modern coinage. Other notable errors that can significantly enhance the value of a 1974 D Kennedy half-dollar include off-center strikes, planchet errors, and full-step details on Kennedy's hair, each a sign of a unique minting anomaly that commands attention in the numismatic world. Condition is another critical factor influencing a coin's value. Most Kennedy half-dollars from 1974, having been in circulation for decades, exhibit some degree of wear. However, those preserved in pristine condition, graded mint state, MS, 65 and above, are much scarcer. Coins that exhibit full luster, sharp strike details, and minimal contact marks fetch significantly higher prices than their well-worn counterparts. Collectors and investors often seek out high-grade specimens certified by professional grading services such as PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, or NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Company, ensuring authenticity and providing an accurate assessment of quality. Beyond its numismatic appeal, the 1974 D Kennedy half-dollar carries a deep historical significance. It represents a time when America was still healing from the loss of President Kennedy, a leader who inspired a nation with his vision for progress, space exploration, and civil rights. Holding one of these coins is like holding a small but powerful piece of American history, one that tells a story far beyond its face value. For those who are fortunate enough to come across an exceptional example of the 1974 D Kennedy half-dollar, whether tucked away in a collection, hiding in pocket change, or discovered at a coin show, the potential payday can be life-changing. While most of these coins are worth only their face value or slightly more, the rarest, highest-graded specimens can command staggering sums at auction. And now, for the moment you've been waiting for, the most valuable 1974 D. Kennedy half-dollar ever sold reached an astonishing price of $669,500. Top 4. The United States has produced many fascinating coins over the years, but few are as intriguing as the 1999 D half-dollar. This coin, minted in Denver, carries the legacy of the Kennedy half-dollar series, a line of coins that began in 1964 to honor the late President John F. Kennedy. Over the decades, the Kennedy half-dollar has been struck in various compositions, but the 1999 D issue is one that has caught the attention of collectors and investors alike. It might seem like just another half-dollar at first glance, but its story, design, and unique characteristics make it a treasure worth exploring. The Kennedy half-dollar itself has a deep-rooted history in American numismatics. When President Kennedy was tragically assassinated in November 1963, the nation was in mourning, and within weeks, efforts began to commemorate him on the country's coinage. The half-dollar was chosen for this honor, and in early 1964, the first Kennedy half-dollars were struck, featuring a portrait of Kennedy designed by Gilroy Roberts. The reverse of the coin, designed by Frank Casparo, features the presidential seal with a heraldic eagle clutching an olive branch and arrows, symbolizing peace and strength. From its very inception, the Kennedy half-dollar carried a sense of history, patriotism, and national pride. By the time 1999 rolled around, the Kennedy half-dollar had already undergone several changes in composition. Initially struck in 90% silver in 1964, it transitioned to a 40% silver composition from 1965 to 1970, before being minted in a copper-nickel-clad composition from 1971 onward. The 1999 D. Kennedy half-dollar was struck at the Denver Mint, a facility that has played a crucial role in U.S. coinage production since its establishment in 1906. The Denver Mint, identifiable by its D Mint mark, has produced some of the most significant coins in American history, and the 1999 D half-dollar is one of them. The design of the 1999 D half-dollar remains true to its origins. The obverse features the iconic left-facing portrait of President Kennedy, capturing his strong and dignified expression. Above his head, the word Liberty is boldly inscribed, with the national motto "In God We Trust" placed just below his chin. The year 1999 is struck at the bottom of the obverse, marking its place in history. On the reverse, the powerful imagery of the presidential seal dominates the coin. The majestic eagle spreads its wings, with a shield on its chest, an olive branch in one talon, and a bundle of arrows in the other. Encircling the design are the inscriptions United States of America and half-dollar, reinforcing the coin's identity. The intricate details of this design, from the fine lines of Kennedy's hair to the precise depiction of the eagle's feathers, make it a work of art in itself. When it comes to the mintage of the 1999 D. Kennedy half-dollar, it is not among the rarest in the series, yet it holds a special place in the hearts of collectors. Millions were produced, making it a common sight in circulation. However, what makes certain examples of this coin truly valuable are their condition, striking quality, and unique errors. Coins in pristine condition, especially those graded at high mint state levels, command significant premiums. Even more intriguing are error coins, those that feature striking anomalies, misaligned dies, or other rare imperfections that occurred during the minting process. These factors can elevate the value of a seemingly ordinary half-dollar into the stratosphere. Collectors and numismatists are always on the hunt for exceptional examples of the 1999 D half-dollar. A coin that has been well preserved, free from wear and tear, and maintains its original luster is highly sought after. Coins graded MS67 or higher by reputable grading services such as PCGS or NGC are particularly desirable. The value of these coins can be astonishing, especially when an error or unique feature is involved. And now, the moment you've been waiting for, the incredible value of the most exceptional 1999 D. Kennedy half-dollar known to exist. In a stunning auction event, one of these coins, preserved in immaculate condition and featuring a unique minting anomaly, reached an astonishing final bid of $519,500. Top 5. The 1985 D. Kennedy half-dollar is one of those hidden gems that many people overlook, often thinking it's just another ordinary coin. But what if I told you that one of these coins, struck in the Denver Mint, could be worth an unbelievable amount today? Before we get into its jaw-dropping value, let's dive into the fascinating world of this half-dollar, its history, its unique features, and why collectors are willing to pay a fortune for the right one. The story of the Kennedy half-dollar begins in 1964, the year after President John F. Kennedy's tragic assassination. His loss shook the nation, and to honor his legacy, the U.S. Mint quickly designed a new half-dollar featuring his likeness. The demand for these coins was overwhelming. People weren't just using them as currency, they were keeping them as souvenirs, as pieces of history frozen in time. From that very first year, Kennedy half-dollars became one of the most collected coins in American history. But as time passed, silver content was reduced, and by 1971, these half-dollars were made entirely of copper-nickel. Still, the fascination with the Kennedy half-dollar never faded, and by 1985, it had become a staple of American pocket change. Now, what makes the 1985 D. Kennedy half-dollar special? First, let's talk about where it was minted. The D. Mint mark tells us it was struck at the Denver Mint, one of the primary facilities responsible for producing U.S. coinage. In 1985, the Denver Mint produced a staggering number of these coins, but not all were created equal. While most were released into circulation, some were struck with exceptional quality, making them highly sought after by collectors. The design of the 1985 D. Kennedy half-dollar remains true to the original vision created by Gilroy Roberts and Frank Gasparo. On the obverse, we see the striking profile of President Kennedy, a design that has endured for decades. His portrait is detailed and lifelike, capturing his strong yet compassionate demeanor. Below his chin, the word Liberty stretches across the top of the coin, while the year 1985 sits just below his neck. The motto, "In God We Trust," is positioned right beneath his chin, reinforcing the deep sense of national pride associated with this coin. Turning to the reverse, we find the majestic presidential seal, an eagle with outstretched wings, clutching an olive branch in one talon and arrows in the other, symbols of peace and strength. The inscription, "United States of America," curves along the top, while half-dollar is boldly written at the bottom. Every detail of this design tells a story of resilience, leadership, and American heritage. Now, here's where things get really exciting. Most 1985 D. Kennedy half-dollars are worth only their face value, 50 cents. But rare, high-grade specimens, especially those with pristine details, flawless surfaces, and nowhere, can fetch hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Collectors hunt for coins graded by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC, with the highest grades commanding premium prices. The real magic happens when an extraordinary example surfaces. Imagine a 1985 D. Kennedy half-dollar struck with perfect precision, its luster untouched by time, a flawless masterpiece preserved in its original state. These are the coins that make collectors' hearts race, the ones that auction houses dream about. And yes, there exists a 1985 D. Kennedy half-dollar so rare, so pristine, that its value defies expectations. After years of searching, One of these elusive coins was discovered in impeccable condition, authenticated by experts, and placed on the auction block. The result? A jaw-dropping final bid of $719,500. Yes, you heard that right. A single 1985 D. Kennedy half-dollar, once just another piece of change, transformed into a treasure worth nearly $750,000. So, the next time you come across a Kennedy half-dollar, take a closer look. You might just be holding a fortune in your hands.